Hi, thanks for clicking on my video. My name is Alejandra Sofia and I'm a soul level astrologer. You can check me out at starpoweralchemy.com for more about me and my and the astrology that I work with. And I'm tuning into the new moon in Sagittarius for tomorrow, December 6th, 2018. And I'm tuning into it from today, which is December 5th, 2018, and it's a much different feeling than what it will be tomorrow and the following days. I'm tuning in while Mercury is stationing retrograde and Chiron is stationing retrograde, and they're both in water signs while the moon is still in Scorpio. So there's a very internal place that continues to sort of you pull me inward, and there's an inward feeling and an inward mulching because of the nature of Scorpio. And you can learn more of that on my previous video of the astrology of this week of December 3rd through December 9th. But I wanted to speak to that I am tuning in from this field, this present field. So So I'm looking at the new moon tomorrow and the astrology of the 30 days following the new moon. So from December 6th until January 4th. And it's a really rich full moon as usual. And every new moon is rich. And what makes this rich and unique is that this new moon is conjunct Jupiter in Sagittarius. So there's several points to what I'm seeing as what's making this time, what's helping me prognosticate and predict and tune into what I see in the next 30 days following the new moon is because the new moon's in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Sagittarius, the optimizer. Sagittarius, the dreamer. It's conjunct. It's conjunct Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is its traditional rulership. And Jupiter's in its own sign while the new moon is in Sagittarius. And another ruler of Sagittarius is Neptune. And this new moon squares Neptune while Mars is making an exact conjunction to Neptune at the very same degree. So both Mars and Neptune are meeting at the 14th degree. I round up to the next degree for any of the astrologers who are listening. They're both conjuncting at 14 degrees Pisces when the sun and moon meet at 16 degrees Sagittarius. So those are the two key aspects that I'm tuning into, amongst other richness, the other aspects that are making this a very rich field. So of advancing, and it's really this new moon is the final new moon of the year, of the natural year, and it's given how celebrational Sag is, and it's of course a perfect time of year, right? We're in the holiday season and rich with celebration, and what I'm feeling here of this ground of inward mulching for those of us who are really tapping in and tuning in and doing deep dive work into our inner mysteries to make something invisible that's been unconscious in our subconscious, below our consciousness, not in our awareness, to say it in all these different ways, in the invisible of ourselves, but very much influencing us at all times and undermining us and keeping us wrapped up in patterns that formidable patterns, foundational patterns that continue to suppress and repress the other dire parts of us that really want to be lived. And so it really feels like with the, again, the Mercury's getting ready to go direct tomorrow. And then Chiron's going to be going direct on Saturday, and it's all an aspect in an exact trine to the North Node. So there's a strong water element right now of which is the understory. It's the your deep down under psychology, and so again, listen to that video to get more in depth with that. And so given that it feels like it's like a wave of like going down deep inside to gain something of yourself so that you can come out into the world in a new way, in a much more celebrational way. And so this new moon is really calling for us, as we're also preparing. I mean, we're all feeling it, we're always feeling, and we're always inundated with the collective. And that's the thing with the personal and the collective. So you can't really, separate them. It's a constant weaving that's happening. The personal, how you personally weave into your own story, weave into yourself, and how yourself is weaving into the collective story. And so what I see here for this new moon, given that it's conjunct Jupiter and Sagittarius in the sign of Sagittarius and square Neptune in Pisces, it's making an exact conjunction to Mars in Pisces, and both Pisces and Sag are dreamers. And Sag being the optimizer and fiery and action-oriented and alive and wants to say yes to everything and can get overwhelmed by how much it wants to do. So there's also, as you gain your own emotional maturity through the sign of Sagittarius, and whether or not you have any Sag planets or not, you have the Sagittarian life stream flowing through you. You have that sign journey. So always, finding out, going to get a reading to help understand how the new moons are personally affecting you is important, because then it can help you get more clear and how you can personally navigate your reality. And so that in of itself right there is an aspect to this new moon. It's like as you embody yourself, like it really feels like as people who are working on themselves, who are lifting themselves up, who are wanting to really take over. I mean, there's a red alert on planet Earth right now, and we're seeing it more and more in the news. I've seen it like in this last month 3 times where there's an alert coming through the news that that planet Earth doesn't have that much time. Like humanity doesn't have that much time. We've really got to get it together, or it's heading towards a bad outcome. The results are in, and we're all feeling that, whether we're acknowledging it or not. It's there inside of us. And so this really feels like a time of, it's a creative time of coming together, and it feels like kind of putting some key points of yourself together that are allowing you to come out more with more of who you are. And because Sagittarius loves a wide circle, Sagittarius loves a party, Sagittarius loves an event. So it could be even like, it really is about, because it's also conjunct Jupiter and Sagittarius, it is about coming together. So coming together in group situations that are bright and optimistic, and really planting seeds for the future, planting seeds for this next year. And just think about this next year. And that's what this feels like. This new moon is it's a launching pad for what we're going through inside of this new moon. Is we're going to be meeting the December 21st. We're going to be starting the new year, December 21st, and then we're starting the Gregorian New Year on January 1st, right? So we've got 2 New Years that we're starting, and the most important one is December 21st, because that's the natural New Year. And what makes this clear that we are really advancing into new territory. Like we're really like, and a lot of us are feeling it. I would say everyone's feeling it. Everyone's feeling it in one level or another. And in the level of me, of your own personal relationship with I, and what you need to do for yourself. What I'm seeing here, because of Saturn is going to be after December 21st, the next day, Saturn advances on its Capricornian path. It moves out of the 10 degrees, from 10 degrees Capricorn onto the 11th degree Capricorn. And Saturn in 2018 went stationed retrograde at 10 Capricorn and went back to 3 Capricorn. So it's now moving beyond its retrograde path. And on that same day, it comes into within a 10-degree orb of Pluto in Capricorn. That means Saturn and Pluto are coming into a conjunction. They are coming into the field of a conjunction starting December 22nd, and they hold a conjunction until their very exact conjunction on January 12th, 2020. So we are all feeling that, and there's a real feeling of evolution and advancement and the need to get real. So everything that you're personally processing right now, the things that you're kind of telling yourself of what you need to do, what you want to do, and how to do it, and what I see with the sign of, because we've got Sag in here, the optimizer and the dreamer, and we've also got the Capricorn elements of Saturn in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn. There's very much a hermit. It's very much a hermit time. Like, take the time you need, take time outs, reduce things that aren't working because of the nature of Sagittarius too. It's like you can overwhelm yourself and think that you have to be out on the surface doing. It's not necessarily that kind of optimizing. It's like, in order to really optimize, you need more self-care, you need more nurturing, you need more quiet time, you need more. Sagittarius is it's a yang sign, so it can get really out of balance with yin. So given that we are in it going in time, that's one of the directions to optimize. It's to optimize your feminine. It's to dream more deeply into yourself and tap into these psychic territories that belong to you, that are dreaming you. So with that square, it's really also coming up against world delusion as well. Any part of you that's just like fed up with it, fed up with how you're caught up in it, fed up with how you're caught up with the glamour, and really wanting to get real. And the true Sag, the holy Sag, is just, it really wants to be real with life, and wants to, when Sag comes into like emotional maturity, and there's very much a humanitarian and a deep, open, wide circle of regard for all of humankind, and that already in the nature of Sagittarius, and holding a making the adjustments necessary. Sag needs to make the adjustments necessary to continue to sort of, Sag is also, it feels like to me, Sag is always kind of making philosophical adjustments. Like, oh yeah, that's not true, because Sag wants to get to truth. Sag wants the ultimate freedom. It's self being free from any overbearing ideas that are actually not true. So that's a very important aspect to this new moon is that freedom, the freedom of creativity and being foundationally free. So the thing here with the Earth is that it really is a family. I mean, we got to bring it all down to the baseline, the root. What's happening here on planet Earth is it is a huge dysfunctional family on planet Earth, right? I mean, if we just take all of family, the big, huge macro family tree, there is a massive dysfunction, and each one in their own way. And I do believe there is a group on the planet that is more in-depthly working on themselves, and you can see it, you can hear it, you can hear sanity out there. Thank God, even in the midst of so much insanity that's continuing to corrupt the earth and create laws and etc. and so on. And so in this timeline, in this time of really dismantling a deep, deep, deep delusion, that I think it's safe to just call it, a dysfunctional patriarchal paradigm. That's what this time is. We're needing to come up with new solutions. So that's another way of looking at Sagittarius. The optimizer there's a solutionist inside of Sag, but it's in celebration. It's in wanting to be more free inside of yourself and also be magical. Sag is a magical sign, and open up to your life and create your life, and really know that you can optimize your situation, really know that you can do it your way. But it's going to turn out that your way that you really want is a way that's healthier for you, and it's healthier for the earth. So there is a way in which you are needing to respond to the times. Sagittarius is a sign that responds to the times. So this new moon is about a wakefulness, a wave of wakefulness, of really arriving. Like, we're going to go through the portal of December 21st to the natural new year, and then moving into that Saturn and Pluto. It's going to be in a wide conjunction, but they're slowly moving together over the course of this next year, and then through January 1st, we wrap up this new moon and then start the new moon on January 5th, the first new moon of the year, a Capricorn new moon that is an eclipse. And the next day, Uranus moves direct. It's like cataclysmic. And what I see here is authenticity is needed. You showing up fully to your life is what's needed. And that's what this really is about. It's about you and you and you. If you're holding yourself in it's like wrapping up parts of yourself that just it's time to reweave the story. And you're not separate from the earth. You're not separate from humanity. You're part of this world in every way. And so it's about you tapping into your own deep dream. Again, this new moon is strongly being aspected by, the dreamers that want to take you out, that want you to drink deeply of yourself and share yourself. So it's not a going out there, it's a sharing of yourself. You're just tapping into who you are. You're tapping into your stream that wants to fountain through you. And inevitably, it's going to open up other areas of creativity, because Sagittarius is an artist as well. The dreamer, the optimizer, the artist. And so all the ways that you are, there's an imaginational realm that is a very real realm. The imagination is a realm. And it has more weight. The imagination wants gravity. It wants gravity. It wants to come through you. And so that's what this as you tap into with Mars conjuncting Neptune, it just feels like these breaking up patterns of your own delusion, the world delusion, being a part of breaking up the world delusion, dissolving the world delusion through you not participating in it anymore. So new choices are going to need to be made, and adjustments in your framework, and definitely a claiming of your authority and your power, and releasing these ideas, these false God ideas of, releasing the old voices of, if you got deep parental voices in you still holding control, that you're allowing to control you, and not really being in your freedom and your love. And so that's, again, Sagittarius, the optimizer. So there just feels like there's a lot of, opening up, clearing away, and even an integration, because Sag also, again, the intellectual mind inside of Sag, who loves realization and understanding and insight, and so that it can be more free. It's really having, as you make the adjustments you need to make in your belief system to engage in a spirituality that really is for the earth and for each other and for you, and it's for everyone. So it's a really beneficial, Jupiter the benefactor, and Jupiter is really it's really about coming together in wider circles and joining wider circles of family reunions. We can call them just family reunions. Like, it really is a family situation down here. And that's part of this dismantling of any belief systems that are holding you in an ideological and therefore emotional separation from parts of yourself. So of any of your own heart. So, and as you open up your heart field, and that's really what this is all about. It took me that long to really get to the heart. You opening up your heart more to yourself. I mean, that's like one of the biggest like untapped regions. People, there's still this confusion on the planet about loving ourself, and the more we get these deep glimpses, and that's what I see and feel with this Mercury trine Chiron this week, which is why I recommend you listening to that if you haven't already. It's a deep glimpse into yourself, a viewpoint that's allowing you to clear something in relationship to you. Self is in relationship to self. You are that is one of your that is a key relationship, and that's how I feel. I feel like self is right here, right? And then there's relationships. There's other and the world. And all the relationships that we're in relationship to, and that's the thing with planet Earth is that it is a relationship, a family, multifaceted root system here in 3D reality. So I think I'd like to wrap this up, but I've mentioned all the key points, and one other key point that I want to mention with this new moon is Pallas Athene is part of the picture. And Pallas Athene is that part of you that has X-ray vision, that wants to really, again, continue to tap in and look at yourself and free yourself and find your secret passageways through yourself that are going to grant you deep forgiveness, and a homecoming inside of your own soul. This is about you uniting with yourself, that is allowing you to unite with others in new, fresh ways, and you being a part of that, you creating that, you participating with that. So with that, I wish you much love these next 30 days, and please check out my website, starpoweralchemy.com, and you can email me for readings if you're interested in a personal reading, starpoweralchemy@gmail.com, and check me out on IGTV and Instagram. And much love. Thank you for watching.